Things go wrong. Always does. This doesn't mean you have to hide in a corner and start crying again. You can burn the darkness and beat all this crap now. All you have to do is be innocent. The world is a crazy place, and in the middle of it all you are trying to do things right. Then life starts messing with you. Messes up his plans. Betray you throwing a drink in your face. Not only life, but also people. Yes, real people who come with their own ideas and plans and don't want to tell you how to do things or where you're wrong. It's not fair. So when life starts screwing with you, wouldn't it be cool to be a little more inefficient? A little more durable? A little less fragile? Much more confident? Because then you could do more of what you want instead of feeling like you're dealing with one obstacle after another. Well, it's your lucky day, because here are 5 ways you can be flawless from the start. How to be innocent. 5 surefire ways. 1. Be serious with yourself. You can't be innocent if you mess up. So you have to prove yourself first. The things you push away must be faced. Things you deny your need for approval. Things you don't want to think about should be welcome. It is far from easy. It takes courage and time. But how you hurt yourself is important, otherwise there will be a whole universe of things that keep messing with you. It starts with a little honesty. Real, bare honesty that shines a light on the things you try to keep in the dark. They don't have to be big, life-changing secrets like being with the wrong person, denying your sexuality, or facing grief. These can be smaller, more subtle things like fear of intimacy, the shame of being an introvert, or facing family problems. You have to get real with yourself no matter what you do with it. Call it tough love, but it is love. A radical act of self-love to own who you are and where you are. 2. Tell better stories. The stories you tell yourself marry you longer and more deeply than anyone else ever will. If you tell yourself that other people are better at it than I am, you'll feel like you're on the back foot and not good enough. When you tell yourself a story that you have to fit into, you prioritize safety so you don't get distracted by bringing everything you have into the moment you're in. And if you tell yourself the story that I can't fail or fail, you'll never risk anything and you'll never achieve much. Your stories shape your experience. When you start telling yourself better stories, you will have a better experience. Your brain creates stories that fit its lifestyle to minimize risk and maximize reward. Anything that keeps you safe, prevents you from being rejected, or prevents the risk of failure is all it takes. So these are the stories it tells you. But there are different stories. Better stories. How do you cope no matter what happens? Or one where you are greater than the sum of our parts and can learn and grow in ways that matter to you. Or the one where you are already worthy of love and belonging. A big part of irreversibility is seeing the stories you tell yourself that marry you, and then finding new stories that serve you better. 3. Park the drama. The drama is for the Kardashian-loving, opinionated, self-important idiots of the world. The drama is stuck in the details. He said. Who did what? Who didn't do what? Who likes who? Who hates who? The real problem is, what should have happened is, I can't believe they did that. And then it happened. And then. And then. And then. And then. And then. When you're in the drama, all you see is the endless, swirling, messy details and how unfair it all is. It puts you in a place where the whole world is messed up and not listening to you. It puts you in a place where you are endlessly confused. Drama will keep you busy as your vision of what really matters gets blurred. And that's what matters to you, whether it's love, creativity, contribution, laughter, relationship, or anything else that enriches life with texture and possibility. To be uncomplicated means to rise above the things that hold you down. Go where there is meaning, not trifle. Go where the potential is, not the problems. Go where there is sight, not vultures. 4. Engage. Don't struggle. How many times in your life have you struggled with where you found yourself? A relationship that didn't feel right or took unwanted turns. Work that bored you or blocked you. Or a life that feels almost like a series and difficulty concentrating. It sure seems like life is a struggle for a lot of people, but I wonder about it. I'm interested in the idea of struggle as something noble or necessary. The idea that you are like a tortured soldier trying to do the right thing and fighting against everything that is against you. This creates conflict from the start. You against the world, trying to break free from restrictions or resist an attack. It is a conflict that is not only debilitating, but has to do with how you see yourself and how you see your place in the world. So don't stress yourself out, just participate. If you find yourself in a situation or circumstance you'd rather not be in, own it. Welcome. I love it because only when you love hell can you make choices based on the best rather than the worst. Why should I? And now weightlessness and liberation begins. So that you can make good choices based on the fact that you are already untouchable and worthy of love and belonging. Damn fight. Get involved. 5. Take a stand. Taking a stand is something you do when someone or something confronts you and asks you to step aside. Literature, movies, and history are full of people who made it. Martin Luther King, Aaron Brockovich, Captain America, Mother Teresa, Harry the Mad Potter. Of course, if your back is made of wet socks, you'll fold faster than Superman on laundry day. Turning instead of taking a stand for something you care about does 3 things. Undermines your sense of having a significant impact, establishing patterns of behavior where pleasing people and fitting in is more important than making an important decision. Fuck you. That doesn't mean you always have to come out swinging, change the community, or save the world. Hiding can mean simply saying no when you're asked to work on the weekend because you want to spend quality time with someone you love. This might mean prioritizing a personal project, exercise, writing a book, starting a business, over hunching over in front of the TV. Or it could mean choosing gratitude and wholeheartedness over cynicism and judgment. Say no if you have to. Accept the challenge if you are eligible. Be responsible when it's easier not to. Because when you know what's really important to you, and that includes what you're committed to, you can't be distracted. So many ways to screw yourself up. There are so many other ways to screw yourself up. You try to create your own identity by pleasing people and being a bottomless pit. Chase undisputed success because that's what you've been told or taught to do. You don't own your story or yourself because there is something that makes you feel uncomfortable or challenges your beliefs, but you find that this same lack of ownership is what keeps you stuck. With all these ways to screw yourself up, it's amazing that you can do it all. But you can make things happen. You have times when you do something that warms you up because, well, it just matters. There are times when you overcome a challenge because you do your best and do what comes naturally. And you will have times when you connect deeply with someone or laugh yourself silly because you accept the fact that you are already enough. Acceptance instead of denial. Relief from struggle. Integration instead of segregation. This is how you stop marrying yourself and start living.